welcome, guys, to another episode of In Her Purpose Show. And this is a platform where we feature female game changers who have paved the way on succeeding their goals and continue to inspire at the same time. I am your host, Mafe Yunon Velasco, and this show is very close to my heart because every week I'm learning and growing with two amazing, beautiful women who are game changers themselves, the founders and the owners of In Her Purpose book and company. So I'm so honored to introduce them to you all. So first and foremost, let's have Jen Redondo Marquez, who is an amazing woman working in the tech world and serving as a mentor for Collective Hustle and Filipino Americans in Silicon Valley Tech. And of course, Rose Guado, mother of two, businesswoman, mentor to young women and entrepreneurs, inspirational and motivational speaker and manager of the Philharmonic. Hi, ladies.
Hi.
I hope you both have had a great week, and I'm so excited to introduce our special guest today. So before we start chatting and catching up, let me introduce her to everyone tuned in. We have today, guys, the amazing Ginger Lim Dimapasok. So Ginger was born and raised in Manila. Growing up, she would always be around their home kitchen, helping make meals with her mom, like all Filipina women do. And as a hobby, she would bake for friends and family, and she took classes to enhance her skills. And then, of course, after a short stint in college, Ginger decided to pursue a culinary education at the Natural Gourmet Institute for Food and Health in New York City. So after getting married in 2001, Ginger decided to become a housewife and eventually a stay-at-home mom. And to two beautiful kids, Jayden and Lia. In 2013, they started planning with her and her husband Café 86. And at present time, they own and operate 4 SoCal locations and also a Las Vegas location. Wow, imagine that. And of course, we are so proud that Ginger has also competed in the Food Network show called Chop Sweets, and won. So I am excited to learn more about her journey and obviously to inspire everybody here. And I'm sure Rose and Jen, you are too. So let's welcome the beautiful Ginger Lim Dimapasok. Hi, Ginger.
Hi.
Hi, Ginger. How's it going?
Good. It's a little cold here today, but good, and because it's been so hot, so it's nice to feel like Christmas.
Yes, Merry Christmas. We see the tree.
We're not even at Thanksgiving yet.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't.
Oh, my daughter's here.
Filipinos celebrate in
it's,
September.
it's the holidays. It's the holidays.
Yeah.
Let's welcome them. Welcome the holidays.
Exactly.
Awesome. Ginger, we're so happy that you are our guest today. Thank you for joining us. You're one of my favorite people. So I was really excited. Yes, really excited that you said yes to be on here. I know you don't really love the camera, but you were on national television, Ginger. So
Different.
So, with that said, can you share a little bit about your background? Who or what was your inspiration to start cooking, and how did you get started?
Well, I was born and raised in Manila, like Mafe was saying, and I grew up to a household that loved to eat. My mom's Kapampangan, so she cooked. She cooked a lot. And my dad's from Cebu, so he cooked a lot too. So together, they would make sure that we ate well. You know how it is in the Philippines. Every meal has 4 different dishes.
Yes.
So I pretty much grew up like that. I watched my mom cook, and my aunts. So I just kind of picked up from that and enjoyed doing it. And eventually, I learned how to bake. My mom, at some point, my mom and my dad decided to open like a little restaurant in the front of our village, and I would hang out there when there was no school. And then next to our restaurant was a bakery. And then I would sneak out of the restaurant, walk into the bakery because it always smelled like pandesal and chocolate. And they,
Pandesal.
I was like their pet. I would eat the scraps. They would hand me, cake scraps, frosting, and all that. So that's how I really developed my love for baking. But I love to do both, cooking and baking. I love them both.
Awesome. How is being on Chop Sweets, and um, did it change your life? If so, how?
Chop Sweets was it's like a dream come true because you grow up in the Philippines watching all these American shows, never really thinking that, or it was never in my head to say that someday I'll be on Chopped. But you watch it, you love it, you daydream about kind of competing. Like if I was competing, I would do this, and then when it finally happened, it was just so surreal. And I think it was really more for myself when I joined. How it changed my life was, I guess, my self-esteem got better, and I don't know, it was just like a little trophy on my headboard now that I have. It's not a literal trophy, but I'll say it to my kids here at home because truth be told, it's very hard to feed these kids and my husband, and dinners are like three different ulams here just because I have to please each and every one of them. And it's not every time that they'll actually like what I make. And I can always use the line, dude, you guys are so lucky you got a Chop champion making your dinner.
Right?
So yeah, but yeah, it was a really, really great experience. I am so grateful and thankful that it happened and I won. And it was just even to this day, I keep forgetting that it happened. So,
What was that process like? Like, how did you even get on the show? Like, do you have to audition?
I received a scouting email one day, and I thought it was a prank. I thought it was just like one of the spam emails. I'm like, I showed James, what is this? He's like, just respond. True enough, I responded and say, yes, I'm interested. And then immediately, New York called me and said, we've never seen a bakery like your bakery. We really want you to be on. So can you hop on a Zoom call tomorrow to speak with New York City production? And of course I said yes. And I think within the next week, I went from step 1 to step 3 and then booked my flight afterwards. And it happened so fast. And yeah, by the time I landed in New York to check into the hotel, I just cried. The moment I got into JFK, I'm like, oh, what's happening? I cried.
Did you go by yourself?
I went by myself, yes.
Oh my gosh.
I did.
That must have been like you said, like a surreal experience.
It's a real experience because that's where it all began for me. I went to school there. I didn't know the direction I was going to go. I just didn't really want to go. I think my mom's watching, but I just really didn't want to go to college. I didn't want to go to school. I just wanted to. And then she let me go to New York. And like I said, I never imagined I would be where I am. So.
Right. So you started out, you went to culinary school, but then you became a stay-at-home mom. So how did this idea, for the people watching who don't know what Café 86 is, how did that come to be about?
It came about because of car meets. So Café 86 was named after James's car. And every weekend, sometimes even twice a week, they would visit different ice cream shops, boba shops, restaurants, parking lots, and just park their cars and stare at each other's cars. And that's what they did. And we do love boba. We love driving around everywhere because Chino Hills back then didn't really have much. So we would venture out to San Gabriel, everywhere, Orange County, just to, try new things because we didn't have anything out here. And then he joked around and said, maybe we should open one. Maybe we should franchise Tapioca Express. And true enough, he researched tapioca. He actually contacted Tapioca Express, but he wasn't too thrilled about how the business model was. And then he announced, I think it's easiest to just make it ourselves, to just start our own thing. So we thought. But that's how it all started. He wanted a place for him and his friends to be able to have a car meet and, play around with, making different drinks, me baking and all that. And little did we know that it was going to be what it was today. But that's how it began. It began as he wanted a venue for his hobby.
Awesome. And what were you offering? So it's supposed to be a cafe, right?
Initially it was just a boba shop with coffee. Just coffee and iced teas and milkshakes. But I wanted to make sure when I developed the menu that it was going to be different, because there's already about 150 different boba shops that serve the same kind of drinks here in Southern California. And I wanted to be different in the sense that I wanted flavors that I knew growing up to be featured, like ube, mostly ube, because that was just my favorite flavor back home growing up. And calamansi, I love calamansi, so I wanted iced teas to have that. So we started off as that and nothing more. And we wanted to just run with that and hope that it would work out. But like a week before opening, he said, "We have no food. You have to bake something." I'm like, that wasn't the plan. So yeah, it ended up that we would actually end up baking treats from our home, from my 1960s oven, single door, only fits 2 trays go in there. And initially when we opened, I would bake 3 dozen cookies, 4 dozen truffles, and I didn't even know that if that would sell out. But after the first week, it's just, we were like, our minds were blown, because people would come from Glendale, from Orange County. I think we even had people say, "We came from San Francisco because we saw you on Instagram." And we were like, "What? Why would you do that?" We were running out of things and all that, but we were baking out of the house for a while, and it just grew. Within a year, we opened the second location, and it seemed as though every single year we opened a new one. And I think we're still growing. COVID took a toll on us for a little bit, took a little hit right there. We had to close down one location in Pasadena, but it's still good. We're still doing good. We hope to reopen somewhere in that area once this ordeal is over.
Right.
Yeah.
We're still be able to serve our customers in Chino Hills, Artesia, and San Diego and Vegas.
Ooh, I can't wait to go home and eat Café 86. What is your favorite dessert?
At Café 86, it would be the Turon Pop Tarts, but it's not getting served right now. But that one was our number one favorite, Turon Pop Tarts. Right now, the stuff that's being served at the cafe, it would be the Milo cupcakes.
I don't think I've tried that yet.
It's new. You'll try it this week.
Yeah, we're gonna go, Jen.
We're gonna go. I want to try that skyflake thing that you developed during COVID. It's like the skyflake. Yeah, that.
No, you can't try that right now because it's off rotation. But I got you. Maybe I'll meet in Cerritos.
Yeah, that'll be amazing.
Gosh, guys, you're making me feel out here. Chef Charlene's actually also saying that the ube truffles is to die for.
It's
What
so
is
good.
that?
The ube truffle. I think if I was to explain that is the best, the combination of America and Philippines in one dessert, because it packs a large punch of ube flavor, but it's presented in a way that you would never see back home because it's a truffle, a cake pop thing, and it's rolled in Oreos. I don't think growing up I would ever combine ube with Oreos, but we did, and it worked out, and it's like
It's
our
amazing.
best right now.
Yeah.
Romeo loves it. He can eat like, I think it's like, it comes in a box of, is it 6?
Yeah, it comes in as a 2-pack or 4-pack of six. And I see Charlene. Charlene, I see you. She almost slapped me in the face. You remember that, Charlene? So yeah, good one. That's a good crowd favorite.
Yeah.
Ginger, before I ask another question, I just want to let you know how grateful we are for you to actually start making ube mainstream out here in America.
Yes.
Growing up, the only ube thing we got was like from the other bakeries, but they all came in like the little foil. You know what I'm talking about? They come in a little foil, and then it's just what was it?
Oh yeah, it's just in a tray, and
Yes,
it's
it's just like
I mean,
foil.
ube halaya is the foundation for every good ube dessert. So don't knock that. We still make vats and vats of ube halaya at our kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
It's the basis for a lot of our recipes. So
Yeah.
every good
No,
recipe starts with that.
yeah, and it's so delicious, but to be able to mix it with like Oreos and to be able to call it something like truffle, where other not just Filipino Americans or Filipinos, but other nationalities like American and just all the cultures come together and tasting it. Like I feel like you're the one of the forefronts in bringing that out to us out here. So I just want to tell you how grateful we are because it is delicious.
I wish I could take full credit for that, but there are so many who came before we did. Particularly when we started Cafe 86, I looked at a girl named Gigi. She had this truck called the buttermilk truck, and
Okay.
she did pancakes before ube was even big. And she was selling her ube pancake mix at Sur La Table and all these fancy groceries. And she was my inspiration. I'm like, wow, if she's able to sell ube pancake mix to all these people, I think we have something. In fact,
Yeah.
opening, she was the one that I reached out to and really consulted with. And, I developed a lot of recipes using her pancake mix in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Use it for the original ube truffle, but eventually the recipes evolved for sustainability and all that. But yeah, Gigi was the one of the first people I really looked up to, and she was the one that really inspired me to bring ube to the forefront.
Very cool. That's um yeah, that's such a great story, and look at how like humble you are when I so nice. You're such your title in the book is called Be Kind, and you are everything about that. You are the most kindest person that I've ever met, and I just want to say like you're an inspiration to all of us. So we also talked about COVID. We also
Yes.
talked about COVID. So what have you been doing during this time? I know, I mean, I with my cafe too, we were like trying to figure out like what we were gonna do because our cafe wasn't about ordering online or takeout. It's more like come and sit down and eat and get on the internet and stuff. But it's not that anymore. So what did you do during that time and actually during this time?
For us, what happened was we had to shut down for a little bit because of all the restrictions that we had here. And actually, mostly it was for the safety of the staff and for ourselves too. I mean, our staff consists of, high school and college kids who come home to parents who might be high risk and grandparents who are high risk. So we made that hard decision when everyone else stayed open to just allow them to be, home with their families during that time. And for us, it was a good time for us to regroup and figure out how we're going to reopen safely and, figure out what the climate will be like once everything just goes online, which thankfully we were built for that. Cafe 86 and the boba culture, I think, was built for just pick up and go and everything gets ordered online. So we were, I would say, 60% set up for that kind of situation, but it was still a learning curve having to deal with only online orders. We're really grateful to still be fully operational. And in fact, we were even able to open one store in the middle of COVID, which is the San Diego Mira Mesa location.
Oh, yeah.
That was a little rough because it was very unconventional the way we opened. We usually open with a lot of car meets and all that, but because of COVID restrictions, we really didn't push for anything like that. But we're just really grateful and blessed that we had the opportunity to still do that. And then, we wanted to also do something different because if this happens again, it's gonna really hurt. I think it's not just gonna hurt us; it's gonna hurt a lot of people again if this happens again. So that's what caused a lot of business owners like us to pivot. That 2020 pivot to something else. And for Cafe 86, it was more of a venturing into. Hopefully, we go into a more of a distribution channel, and we're working on that right now in the back end. And when we're ready, I think we'll announce more things, big things that we have up our sleeve. But we're working on things for you guys, and more than just a storefront, something that's accessible to not just the people around the stores that we have in place, but nationwide too.
Very cool.
Like Seafood City.
Yes, hopefully, and all that. But yeah, we'll get to that point soon, and we're working hard on the back end to make it happen.
How exciting!
What if you guys get into Costco? Sending out the universe.
There's Filipino stuff at Costco. I seen the ice cream, that Magnolia ice cream, and
that's from our food. That's like amazing to see that they're at Costco. They had 2 flavors, ube and mango. I didn't see it at ours, but people were talking about seeing it in like up north and all that. Calamansi juice, Costco.
Yeah,
I'm starting to see stuff. Yeah, our mangoes. They have like bags like that are this big.
Yeah,
of our mangoes. I'm like, whoa.
Dried mangoes, lumpia. I heard they're at Costco. I haven't seen it. But
yeah. There's so many possibilities. So I'm sending you light and prayers and all of that stuff so that it'll happen for you. Yes. So is it safe to say that that's the project that you're working on? Is working on new or maybe the same meals or the same dessert and trying to get them into markets or the marketplace?
Yes, we would get them into markets. We would love to be able to ship them nationwide so that everyone can just have access to them at home.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that would be so amazing.
Jen, you need to get on Gold Belly so I can order you and ship it here to the Bay Area.
What is that? Well, you'll have to tell me offline about that.
Like Gold Belly is like this website where
I'm also manifesting that you do a pop up when you get here to Manila. I have a menu ready for you.
No, we're thinking about that on our next trip, but like I said, coronavirus decided to destroy everybody's plans. But
I know.
Something that I would love to do when we come home is to be able to introduce the products there back home.
We gotcha.
Ginger, yeah, Ginger, when you're not baking or at one of your cafes or working and doing admin stuff, what else do you do besides that?
I like to be at home, or I like to be at Target, my second.
Yeah. Same.
I like to. It's like a bio. I like to take long romantic walks alone in Target. Right.
Yes.
But no, lately I've been trying to keep plants alive. I've kept 3. Kill the bug.
3.
It's not too bad.
Good for you.
Yeah,
Jen's really good with plants.
Or a dead. I'm
Yeah,
really killing them too. I kill them with water. And you'd think
I'm just saying.
do you have a
Gently.
moisture meter? Like it's like this. Yes, it's a
this.
stick.
No, this.
No, not your finger. It's like a. It looks like it's a stick, and it has like a meter where it says dry to wet, and
Oh,
then
I
it.
just it's dry. It's water.
I just look at the soil on top. Oh, it looks like it's light brown.
It looks sad. You spray
This
it.
this is why you guys kill plants, because if the root is too wet, then it's just rotting. The
I
roots
know
are
that.
rotting.
I know that now. But I revived one dead fiddle leaf.
Oh, that's hard to do.
It's alive. It's thriving, but it wants to be outside my house. Doesn't want to be in here with me.
Wow, that's amazing. They don't really like being outside, and I've killed many of those too.
I've read so much about it, and it said it likes to be indoors. It's finicky, but for some reason, it wants to be outside. So I left her alone there because I don't want her to die tomorrow.
Maybe she likes the smoky air in Chino Hills.
Maybe she likes the smoky air around James. I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
Very
God.
good. So,
I forgot to ask the one question about if you can share an ube crinkle or ube flan cupcake with someone, who would it be and why?
The first person that came to my head was Jason Momoa. And I don't need to explain.
Ooh. Hey now.
we understand.
No, but the serious answer to that, I thought about it long and hard. I want to share it with Donald Trump and ask him why he's such a bleep dude. But I digress.
Oh.
I don't know if he'd answer it lengthy, Lo. Like, I don't know. He wouldn't know how to answer it. That's the thing.
Yeah. So
Or
I'll keep Jason Momoa.
I think Jason would be funner. Would be more fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good choice.
So Ginger, I know you started out. You were in the Philippines, right? And then you knew you wanted to become a chef. So your mom agreed to let you study in New York.
Yeah.
And then you got your degree in culinary arts.
Yeah, it was not a degree, it was just a certificate course.
Okay.
It was a short-term course, but it's what I wanted to do. I just really wanted to cook, and it took me. And
Yeah. And then, okay, so that's what happened. And then you met your husband. You decided to stay home and take care of the kids. And then you opened up your own cafe.
Yeah.
Very cool. So a lot of people out there are not able to live in their purpose. And I guess the goal of our mission of in her purpose is to be able to let people know that they do have the ability and capability to live out their purpose. What are some advice to women who are just like all of us, or women who are in need of a mentor? What is your advice for them to be able to find their purpose?
I think is first would be figure out what it is that really makes you happy. I think it's like your North Star, and once you lock in on that North Star, it's easy to head to that direction. But also just be ready to work hard, harder than everybody else around you, is what my husband says. We always tell our kids that be prepared to work the hardest. And I guess at the end of the day, know how to pray, because you're going to do a lot of that. So those three things actually will just keep you leveled and sane, and it'll kind of give you a direction.
Yeah. I love that. I love that. To just find the purpose. Do you have any advice on how people can find their purpose? I know some people start very young and they find it very, young at their age. But then also some people struggle with it during, as they grow. Any advice for that?
I don't know. I think it's just really trying to figure out what keeps you happy, because a lot of things can consume you. There's so many things around you that you think can be beneficial for you,
Mhm.
but at the end of the day, it's those things that truly just make you happy. And I think what the period of COVID has taught me was to live with the bare minimum
Mhm.
with as far as everything is concerned, like, grocery shopping, you tend to just, do the same things again and again, and you figure out what makes the kids happy, what makes James happy, what makes you happy, and you keep that because that's what kept you going. And then even with it's sad to say, but even with like a group of friends, because we came at a point where we can't see anybody, and then realized that all you needed was really like a handful of friends to keep you sane throughout that period. So,
Mhm.
oh look, it's my friends. But yeah, I mean, it's just really learning how to figure out what makes you happy, what keeps you sane, what stabilizes you, and you know, hone in on
Nice.
that and figure it out from there.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, thank you so much. And for those of you that have the book, I'm showing it right now, or don't have the book, Ginger is chapter 11, and her title is Be Kind.
Thank
Oh,
you,
I
Jen.
should show the
Amazing.
picture, huh?
Yeah, I was like, show the picture.
Yeah, you look really good as a
Again, guys,
cartoon.
who wants a copy, we will have a giveaway at the ending of our interview. So yeah, there it is. Beautiful, beautiful cover of Ginger. And thank you again, Ginger, for joining us and inspiring and empowering everyone right now, especially during this challenging time. Please do invite everyone who's tuned in where we can find your work, how they can order, or even shout outs to friends and family who are tuned in, because you do have quite a few people supporting you right now.
You can find Cafe 86 in a few locations in Southern California. There will be one in Chino, in Artesia, and two in San Diego, which will be in Chula Vista and the city of Mira Mesa. And then we have one in Las Vegas. Our website is www.cafe-86.com. That's the place where you guys can place online orders, so that it's pretty much contactless. You just order online, you pay online, and you come to the store and pick up your order. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We hope to see you guys at the store and pick up some ube during Thanksgiving. Ube pies and mais canela pies during Thanksgiving.
Yum.
I'm gonna be there for sure.
For you?
I'm coming tomorrow. I'm gonna order. I'm coming through.
Okay.
And when you do, Jen, go on Kumu with
Oh
Ginger
yeah.
so you guys can be interviewing each other on there to show
Yes,
everyone where the location of Cafe, um, sorry, Cafe again is.
cafe-86.com.
I
So
know,
there
and
you
then
have it.
all my
We'll
friends
make.
are gonna be like, "That's not vegan."
Sorry, vegan friends. I have one vegan item, but you gotta email us to do a special order for the vegan bud cakes, the ube bud cakes.
That
Oh
Wow.
yeah,
sounds
that was.
good too.
Yes.
Oh
Sounds
wait, what before we leave, Ginger, you should tell them the story about how you and I convinced Russell Westbrook's mom to try ube.
Yeah, she didn't. Do you remember that? She did not. She said, "What are you trying to feed me?"
Yeah, she was not having it. She's like, "What is that?"
The purple food. She's like, "How can something be so purple and edible?"
Yeah, she thought we were like messing with her, trying to. It was the truffle actually.
Russell Westbrook's mom is the first person to not like the Uber truffle. But
She didn't like
hey,
it?
no, to each his own, to each
I
her own.
don't know
She
that.
did like the vegan bun cake, the Uber vegan bun cake.
She did like that.
She needs to
Mama,
taste it again.
Mama Westbrook was a tough sell.
She probably just needs to taste it again. You know, sometimes you have to have the second taste.
Yeah.
I think she just got scared with the color. She's like, why is it purple?
It's black on the outside because of the Oreos. And then
Oh.
cracked it open. She's like, ooh, what the hell?
But
And then-
well, she's missing out. It's really good.
And then when you try explaining like what ube is to a non-Filipino, it's really hard. Like I have to like,
You
well,
have-
why is it purple?
Yeah, I just say it's like it's our sweet potato, although it's not natural.
Yeah, I say that too. It's like a sweet potato.
Easiest way to tell them that it's a yam. What you do with sweet potatoes, we do with ube. That's what I just tell them.
Yeah.
Ginger, we need to meet up soon because we need to give you your book.
Yes.
Okay, and we can eat Thai barbecue again because I'm off Whole30 in 4 days.
Oh yeah. Ginger's been doing keto. Is it Whole30?
Yeah,
You've been doing that?
Whole30.
been
Ooh,
doing.
you need to tell us about it. I want to learn about it.
I'm off diabetes medication, which is my one goal. That alone is enough for me to keep on doing it.
Yeah, oh my gosh, that's amazing. That's great news.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Teach all of our fellow Filipinos how to stay
Yeah,
off.
amazing. And
Teach Filipinos to eat rice. You're kidding me. That was hard. That was
Well, you made it. You're almost done.
everybody
and
tuned in.
Kumu's next.
Go ahead, Jen. I think we have a bit of a delay, but you were saying?
Oh, I was just
Yes, it
saying,
is. So everyone on Kumu, stay tuned. We will go live with Ginger there. But before we leave the interview on Facebook, I know we're doing the book giveaway here, right, Jen and Rose?
Yeah. Ginger, what's your trivia question?
Easy. I mean, if you don't get this, then oh my gosh. What is Cafe 86's favorite flavor?
So we need answers on Facebook. The first one to answer it correctly, and also follow Ginger, Rose, and Jen, and In Her Purpose, and also on Kumu to download Kumu app. You'll be the winner of the book giveaway of In Her Purpose. So we have some comments going on Facebook. Do you see the comments on the side of your screen, Ginger?
Hold on.
Let me see. I'm checking my phone.
Oh, yes. I see.
Oh, I see it now.
Gerald answered ube, and that is correct. Yeah, hi.
Okay, Geraldine, Gia, congratulations. Of course, follow all the handles of Ginger and also Cafe 86, Rose and Jen and In Her Purpose. And then easy as that, you win a copy of In Her Purpose book. So watch out, guys. We're going to go hop on Kumu now. So if you have any more questions for Ginger and Jen and Rose, let's go over there and do like our virtual hop. Instead of a bar hop, we're going to virtual hop and learn more about Ginger.
What did you say, Ginger?
So Ginger, hold on, okay, and thank you for joining us. Ladies, do you have anything else you want to share with Ginger before we see her on Kumu and get off on our Facebook Live?
I just want to tell everyone that's watching on Facebook, if you haven't gone to Cafe 86, make a trip out there, try everything. Everything is delicious. And if you haven't got a copy of In Her Purpose, get one on Amazon or on Barnes & Noble. And what else, Rose?
We're so grateful for everybody. Go ahead, Jen. You're going to say something?
There's one more thing. Since we are entering the holiday season, In Her Purpose is making a holiday marketplace. So stay tuned for that.
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes. It's going to be exciting. And maybe Ginger will also have her products there to share with you guys. So make sure you tune in Her Purpose, Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and LinkedIn and the website for all the updates for the marketplace. But before we go, I just want to share with Ginger, all the people who are tuned in. Hello, Kay Vasquez. Of course, Chef Charlene. She is really active
Charlene.
here supporting you. Also, Anna Lou Karji, sorry, I hope I'm saying that correctly. Of course, our very own Rihanna. Hello, beautiful Rihanna. And who else can I mention? Kay Vasquez. Did I say her name already? And Nina Christie. And of course, our winner, Geraldine Dia. Thank you guys for tuning in. And hi, Mama Ginger, Cody, and Courtney.
That's
Cookie
my
Lim.
Hi guys.
There you go. So thank you again, Ginger. We'll see you on Kumu. And for everybody who's tuned in, thank you for joining us on another episode of In Her Purpose.
Thank
So see you next
you.
week as we interview another amazing guest, another game changer who is paving the way. See you.
Thanks guys.